Do you want to know how you can get your next cruise for free or close to it? Come here, let me tell you a little secret. I gamble my way to free cruises. So, what that means, because it sounds a little crazy when you say it out loud, what that means is that when I go on cruises, I spend time in the casino playing. Now, I will play slot machines, my husband will play tables, and essentially, the more you play, the more points you accrue. And at the end of your cruise, you can exchange those points for offers. Now, the more points you have, the more juicy that offer is going to be. So, if you are on the lower side, you've got maybe 600, 800 points, you're probably not going to get a free cruise. You're probably just going to get a discounted cruise offer. So $100, $200, $300 off of your next sailing that you choose from the list. But if you do have more points, maybe with some commas in there, then you're probably going to get the free cruise. Now, when we say free, we do not mean completely free. Of course, nothing is ever completely free. I do have to pay port taxes and fees like everything else. You do obviously have to spend money in order to get those points. So for me and my husband, it's really important for us. We go with a budget. So we have a budget and we have a plan, and that's what we stick to. And the way that it generally works out, the way that the math works out, we will generally spend, a couple $100 all the way up to $1,000 or $1,500, just depending on how long the cruise is that we're on. But we'll spend that money in the casino, and then at the end of the cruise, we'll get an offer for anywhere between $8, $12, $15,000 worth of a sailing. So that's how we have been able to travel the world. If it's not your cup of tea to go gamble, then don't do it. By all means, I'm not telling you that that's the only way that you can, do this and live this lifestyle. But I will say that for my husband and I, this has been the way that we have been able to do it, and it has worked. We do consider, spending $1,000 at the casino and getting a $12,000 cruise in return. We do consider that a good deal. We know we want to travel a lot. We know we want to travel all over the place. So that deal makes sense to us. If it doesn't make sense to you, then do not do it. Now, if you are lucky enough to be in a tax bracket where you don't have to budget and you don't have to worry about that, then go you. The more money you spend, the more time you spend playing, the more points you accrue, again, the better those offers are going to be. So if you're somewhere where you're getting 9,000, 10,000 or above points, you're going to get things like the Junior Suite offers. You're going to get things like the Trans-Pacific 23-night offers. Whereas if you are getting maybe 1,000 points, you're probably going to get the 3 and 4 night sailings, or you may get an interior room on, a mid-tier ship. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned that I really want to is that the casino also has their own rewards program. So Royal Caribbean just on its own has the Crown and Anchor Society. Well, the casino also has its own reward program, and it is chef's kiss, okay? I actually prefer the casino rewards program over Crown and Anchor Society's perks, but that's just me. So let's talk about why I actually prefer the casino's offers. First off, free drinks. I'm talking sodas, I'm talking bottles of water, I'm talking alcoholic beverages, you name it. If you have more than 2,500 points per year, you get free drinks anytime the casino is open. So if you stack your benefits, which you can, so I'm Diamond Plus in Crown and Anchor Society, and I'm Signature in the casino. If I stack those two benefits, I get 5 free drinks from my Diamond Plus perk, and I get unlimited beverages while the casino is open through the casino perks. So I never have to buy a drink, ever. I cannot tell you the last time I have purchased a drink on my own because I have no need to. I can very easily get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drinks a day. I don't, but I could if I wanted to, simply because I can stack those two perks together. Now, the other perk that I absolutely love from the casino is internet, okay? So once you get to Signature, you get 1 free device for the entire voyage. So for me, working from these ships, internet is not optional. I have to buy internet. So when I finally got to that Signature status and no longer had to purchase internet, that saved me anywhere from $100 to $200 every single sailing that I went on. So when people ask me, is it worth it? Aren't you losing money? Things along those lines. Once you stack up all of your perks and really look at what you're spending versus what you're getting, again, my husband and I go in with eyes wide open. We know the numbers, and we actually think it's worth it. We think that it is actually a very economical way to travel the world and go on all these ships and go on all these cruises. But if you disagree, hey, that is totally fine. This is not for everyone. I completely acknowledge that. Now, once you do get to, a signature status or a master status, things like that in the casino, you also get invited to special events as well. So, for example, they will have sailings for signature members specifically. They will have sailings for masters members specifically, and they will have specific perks and things like that on those sailings that you can, partake in. Now, the trickiest part about all of this is that it's not a free-for-all when it comes to picking sailings, okay? So you can't just apply your casino offer to any sailing that you want. You do have to pick from the list of sailings that are included in the tier that you have reached during that sailing. So just keep that in mind. This isn't like a free-for-all, but I will say I have never seen an offer and seen a list of sailings that I was like, nothing is good on here, because generally speaking, there are thousands of sailings in every single offer, and some of them are really juicy. This is how I was able to go on the Legend for their inaugural sailing and the second week of the Legend sailing. This is also how I was able to go on the Star for the Shakedown cruise, which is the sailing before it even is open, and also the inaugural sailing of the Star as well. It just really opens a lot of doors for you when it comes to sailings. Another thing that I haven't mentioned yet that I want to, the casino will also just randomly send you offers as well. So yes, you do get that offer at the end of your cruise that you're on if you've accrued enough points, but also just randomly throughout the week, they will send you another offer. Sometimes it can be big sailings, sometimes it can be smaller sailings. I mean, I get an offer at least like once or twice every single week. So at any point in time, I can book a cruise every single week. Now for those random offers, I don't have to spend anything. They just come to me, and I do have to pay port taxes and fees like everything else, but I didn't have to spend money at the casino to get that specific offer. It was basically just a gift from the casino, probably to entice me to come back to the casino. But again, do the numbers, do the math. If it works out for you, then absolutely go this route, because I'm a big proponent of it. Moral of the story, I gamble my way to free cruises, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And when you do the math, you actually end up spending a lot less money than if you had just booked the cruise outright. But again, blanket statement here: if gambling's not your thing, if it's something that you're not really interested in doing, then by all means don't do it. And also, please go in with a plan. Please go in with a budget. Don't just go in to get to 9,000 points because I told you to, because there would be a sweet offer at the end of your cruise. Don't do that. Please plan, please budget. That way, you can actually have money to spend on your next sailing that you do end up booking, hopefully with your free offer.